This is Opes and Dreams, a podcast for alcohol-free living in Wisconsin. Join two besties as they share stories and experiences on navigating the Midwestern culture of drinking and how they manage to have more fun than ever without it. Hosted by Carrin and Kylei Parsons. Happy New Year, Opes and Dreamers! Yay! Welcome to our next episode. We are in January now. How's it going, everybody? Be real with yourself. Did you set a goal or a resolution or an intention? We're about a week in. Have you been successful so far? Have you failed? Which is okay. It's okay to fail. Have you tried again since you failed? January is a hard month to keep up with things that we aspire to do when we're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed fresh from the holidays. I know I used to have a lot of big hopes and big goals for January, and I was one of those stereotypical people that failed in the worst week with everything. So this is your little check-in at the beginning of the year. Check in with yourself, check in with your friends, see how everybody's doing. We're all doing great. How are you doing today, Carrin?
I'm doing really good. I'm really
Yeah.
excited to be just jumping into a new year here. I've already decided from just like I put it on my vision board that this is my year. 2026 is my year for just being bright and bold and just doing a lot of new things. And I'll be launching my sober coaching program this year and going to Aruba and just getting excited about a lot of different things. So I'm doing good. I didn't really set like any sort of resolutions. It's more so just continuing to be the fucking awesome person that I am. You're welcome.
Amen, sister.
And just elevating that a little bit and starting to just be more bold in my skin, I suppose, and not trying. I've made myself kind of small the last couple of years as I've been navigating just like what do I want to be when I grow up. So
Right.
now I'm ready to step into that boldly and just like you know.
That's funny. It makes me think of this like scientific term of half-lives. As humans, when we grow, and it's especially noticeable in kids, like when I see my 7-year-old, there's moments when the 3-year-old in him comes out. So as we're in our 30s and our 40s and our 50s, sometimes we see that teenager, that 20-year-old, that 25-year-old kind of come out. And so when you said you wanted to be bright and bold, that to me sounded like the older teenager screaming in you to come out.
Well, I hope not, because that person was an absolute fucking disaster. So I don't want any of that person to come back and haunt me. I'm
Well,
telling you
it's
right
like
now. There's
it's
nothing good about who I was back then. But I was not a bright and merry person. I was a very
no.
depressed
Yeah,
and pessimistic person. So I don't want to go back in time or live my half life. I still feel like I'm 20 years old.
right.
So like I don't really need that. I just need more growth
Sure.
and just like in my own self, I suppose. Been
I
working
guess I
out, so,
yeah.
let's do it. Let's get better. I don't
I
know.
guess I think of it as like when I have a client who is a teenager and they ask for an edgy haircut, I'm always like, man, I wish I had the confidence that teenagers have today when I was a teenager. I had no confidence. I was
Same.
always like a people pleaser for every person in my life, friends, family, romantic interests. I was there for them always. So it's just really cool and refreshing to see teens have the confidence that we didn't have when we were that age. So maybe that's
Yeah.
just kind of where I pulled that from.
Yeah,
Uh,
I didn't have confidence at all. I was bullied pretty badly, but also, like, I was also a bully. So, I don't know. I was a mean little bitch, but people were mean bitches to me too. So I don't know.
Everybody's a mean little bitch when they're
Yeah, they're
teens. Damn
teenagers.
it.
They're assholes.
Ugh.
Honestly. Anyway,
Right on. So I was scrolling as one does on Instagram, and I keep getting these targeted ads for the Dose Daily liver shots. Do you know what I'm talking about?
no, never heard of it.
So it's clinically tested. They're orange. It tastes like orange juice, and it's got like a bunch of turmeric and other things in it that are supposed to help your liver recover. So I got really curious. And when I get curious about something, I like to really dive in. And I did a little bit of research on like basic liver function. And then what is turmeric actually good for? And what are ways that you can actually help your liver in a real way? And some things that I found, I'm not here to bash turmeric, by the way. Turmeric is
Wait, I'm just
extremely
I'm just
useful.
holding back here like you shush and leave turmeric alone. It's great anti-inflammatory. It is
Yes.
incredibly beneficial in many ways.
Yes.
It's just not going to heal your liver if you're still drinking alcohol.
No, and some things that I found that I didn't know, um, taking turmeric, just like putting it in your food and eating it in your food and your tea, that's
Mhm.
the best way to
Yeah,
ingest turmeric. That's the most natural and organic way that your body will absorb those pieces of it to help yourself. But when you put it in a tincture or in a capsule in a very high concentration, your body's not going to process it. It's going to
right.
go right through you. It's not going to help your liver. It's not going to reverse any
You just pee it
damage.
out.
The only thing that I found was I went to their website and they did post some medical journal studies to back their research. All of it was done on rats. So none of it was like tested on humans.
Well,
But
I
the,
immediately don't like the company because they do animal
I
testing.
know,
So
right?
canceled,
Just like,
canceled.
nope, not great. The only thing that I could find within all of the medical jargon was that the turmeric did help the damage from progressing. So
Hmm.
it didn't fix anything,
Right.
but it does kind of put a fake little stopper on it. So then this brought me to think like, okay, I saw this ad and it was this grumpy old middle-aged man sitting down to eat his red steak and drink his beer, and he literally says, I refuse to give up red meat and alcohol, so I drink this daily dose shot. And there is not going to happen, bro. You got to just stop drinking and stop
No, I
eating
mean,
your fatty food.
even from all of the stuff I'm learning about, like I'm doing this in between alcohol recovery coaching um thing right now where I just wanted to do it in between before I start my C car training. And I
Yep.
have a manual. I wish I had it here right now, like this thick, that I'm going through, and we're talking about all of the like things that happen to your body and how your body can recover. So with coaching, explaining like, sure, you've done this damage. However, the hope is that this, for the most part, can be covered. The liver is one of the things that doesn't just heal. By quitting drinking alcohol, you can stop further damage. But it's not going to be one of the organs in your body that you are actually going to completely heal. The liver is used for more than just like detoxing. There's a lot of other things that go into it, but it's not going to like magically heal itself after you quit drinking. So
Yeah.
the idea that like a magical turmeric shot is gonna help when you're actively drinking still is
Right.
absolutely absurd.
Like if you have
I hope somebody
cirrhosis,
from this company's listening to us because you guys
I
are ridiculous.
if you have cirrhosis, a turmeric shot's not gonna save you.
No,
But
no.
one more thing about turmeric that I found is that it does lessen the efficacy and work of stuff like acetaminophen
Hmm.
and ibuprofen. So if you are taking those for pain and then you drink a turmeric ginger tea, it might lessen the effect of that
Right.
ibuprofen. And
They
I thought that was
actually,
interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah, they make turmeric pills that are in replacement of acetaminophen and ibuprofen. I actually have some
Really?
that you can take instead of taking that kind of stuff for for pain relief or whatever. And I don't know if I can't remember why I got it.
Yeah.
I was having headaches for a while, I think, and I decided I wanted to try that instead because I don't like taking Tylenol and ibuprofen and stuff. And I can't remember if it worked or not, but every night I drink golden milk, which
Yeah.
is turmeric, ginger, black pepper, and some other stuff mixed in. I got it from Kosher Spa. Shout out to them, love them.
Yes.
But they're an Ayurvedic spa here in Madison, and so I have been going there a lot for sauna and stuff like that. And I got you can buy a tin of it, and then you just mix it with your milk, and I add a little bit of coconut oil and honey or maple syrup. Actually, maple syrup I've been adding more.
Mhm.
And then you drink it at night, and it helps you sleep, and it is really nice, and it makes your skin glow.
Yay. And black
Yeah.
pepper does help your body absorb the turmeric better. I
Mhm.
did read that too. That was
And it's got
interesting.
ashwagandha, so it helps absorb a lot of different things that you take. So it helps absorb the ashwagandha that's in there a
Yeah.
lot better too. So
And that's such a thing with like broad spectrum supplements.
mhm.
If anything, if the FDA hasn't approved it, you can literally put anything in it. If
Right.
it's not approved by the FDA, which the FDA has a lot of its own
Right. It
issues,
doesn't
don't get
mean
me
that it's
wrong.
good or bad. It's just that and it's unregulated is really all it
Right.
means.
And
Right.
so
Right.
most of those things, they're watered down with other stuff, and you're paying a monthly subscription for something that your body is just flushing through and you're not
Mhm.
absorbing any of it. Really, you guys, the best way to help, quit drinking. Quit drinking
Bottom
alcohol,
line.
please.
Bottom
Also,
line.
there are genetic liver issues like non-alcoholic fatty liver
Mhm.
disease, which it can be genetic, it can be brought on by obesity. So lose weight, exercise, quit drinking alcohol, and then your liver will be much happier. It's really that
Exactly.
easy. There's no
New year,
magic.
new liver,
Yeah.
you know?
New year, new liver.
We out here trying to heal your liver, bro. You know what really rips, dude? Livers, dude.
You know what slaps, dude?
Having a
Healthy
healthy liver.
livers.
I love that guy. Anyway,
He's the best. So the other rant that went on in my head when I saw that guy refusing to stop drinking alcohol and stop eating his red meat. And then my husband and I had a brief conversation about our sober circles and sober communities. They're pretty heavily women based,
right.
focused. That's also just because women community better, we just do. And so I was wondering out loud, like, what does sober community look like for men? Not that we have to come up with the answers for them because you guys can come up with an answer for yourself, but it just kind of got me thinking curiously, like, is it golf? Is it because it's not sitting in
I
a
have a
circle
suggestion. I have a
awkwardly
great
sharing things?
I have a great community suggestion for all of you guys that are looking for it, therapy.
Yeah.
Go
But
to
that's just with
therapy.
one person.
No,
It's not the same though. You're paying
all
that
of you.
person.
Group therapy. You can all go.
No,
Um
we need a suggestion that's not them sitting in an awkward circle sharing vulnerable stuff about themselves. That's like that's
but
that's
that's what we
not
do.
that's not it.
That's what we
Well,
do.
but our setting was different. It was a dinner
But
and
no,
we
this is
started
like
talking.
yeah, but this is what we do every time when we get together.
I know, but it wasn't
Um
organized therapy. I guess that's what I'm saying. Not like
right.
I don't know, it just needs to be presented in a different way, I guess, for
Well,
dudes. But
I
it just
think
got me thinking and I wanted it to be a conversation starter. Like, let us know in the
guys
comment.
just guys just aren't like they're not gonna like call each other up and be like, "Hey, bro, like let's
Right.
sober intentionally go out." They're like they go golfing and they go do things and stuff like that. But I don't think guys are gonna purposefully only gonna hang out with my sober buddies. They're gonna hang out with all their
Well,
dudes and stuff like that. But there
yeah.
is a lot of stuff in Madison for guys. I know that there's a guy at Perennial that hosts a guy's recovery meeting and stuff like that. It's just I don't know, but I feel like when you get into the guys recovery stuff, it's more guys that are like yogis and
We're rats.
heart opened males that are doing ecstatic dance and are just like that different sort of
Mm,
demographic.
yeah. But
It's not like
I also see stuff on Instagram of bros, like gym rat guys, like my wife quit drinking, so she's using this other thing and I need to do better than her, so I'm going to do it too and I'm going to do it better. It's like that's so toxic. How can we
ugh,
stop it?
I know, honestly. I don't know, it's hard. I mean, and what I meant about going to therapy, I feel like, there's always just been in society, guys aren't open to having relationships like that, like
Yeah,
women are, how we're all open. So I think that therapy is a good place to start, where you
definitely.
are able to get together with your male peers and have vulnerable conversations and talk about more than, I don't know, what do men talk about? Scratching their balls and stuff? I don't know.
In
Sports, music, sports.
football
Like,
and cars.
how can you do like a sober sport? Like, we're gonna get together and watch the Packer game, and I don't know. I just don't. That's a really good. Um, it's a really good. I don't know. That's something to really
Thinker,
think on. It's
right?
very interesting. You don't see it.
I know. And it's
There's
like that's
Section Yellow and there's all of those things that are going on, but it's still like on a regular day to day, you just don't see that for men out there as much.
yeah. And
Blows my mind.
I don't mean to take the attention away from the women because men have been taking stuff from women since humans have existed, but it's just in my nature to see something that's happening. What does the opposite end of that look like? That's just where my brain goes. I need to see the full
We should
spectrum
have had a
of it.
man on here to ask
I
that
know.
question to. A sober man.
Next time.
Yeah. That'll definitely be a question we need to ask, if our next male, um,
Guest.
sober guest is just like,
Yeah,
what does that look like for you?
right.
You
And
guys yeah, I don't know.
could speculate all day, but it's been really on my mind lately because we know a lot of different kinds of men and I can see
But do we know a
groups
lot
of
of sober men? No.
we know I mean,
I
we know a few.
Alex is the only one I can think off the top of my head
Oh,
that we
funny. That
have in our direct community.
I guess that's true.
I can't think of anybody else.
As like an actual sober person in our direct circle.
No. Just
Yeah, I mean,
Alex is the
most of
only
the
one.
men they drink lightly that we spend time with, but
I right.
not heavily.
Right, and it's
I never
different.
really
I
thought
mean, you
about
can
that.
drink lightly, but you still can't connect on a level of absolute abstaining from alcohol if you don't know what it's like to actually abstain from alcohol. If
Right.
you haven't taken the work and done long-term sobriety, you can't relate to somebody that's done that, you know?
Yeah.
So I can't think of any, which comes to a bigger issue is, why aren't men taking the leap to stop drinking?
Yeah.
What's the difference? Why is that easier for women to be able to do and not men?
Right. And when they do it, does it have to be so competitive? I feel like all of those Instagram targeted
Not
ads
even
that I
that.
see, they're so competitive. It's like,
I mean,
come
it's
on,
it's
can't
all
you
about
just
like gym and buffing up and like
yeah.
all of a sudden it's like an extreme. It's like one from one extreme to the other.
It
I don't know. I don't know. It's really interesting. But yeah, I know other sober men. They don't live here.
yeah,
But they're also the very yogi, very spiritual awakening type that have
mm,
gone from this one extreme to another.
yeah,
So
and I guess Alex is just a very unique person. Maybe we should just have him on again to talk about it, but
I think
for those
guys
that
just
don't
do it
know,
silently.
yeah, he went sober, he didn't do any programs, we just did it together, he had me,
Yeah.
that was it.
None of
So and
so
he's a unique individual in that front where he is, a guy's guy, he as soon as
mhm.
he starts talking about cars, I just tune him out because I don't
Sports,
know
all
what
of
you're
that.
talking about, it's not interesting to me, but he and his stepdad will just go off about cars for an hour. So
Right.
he's got that traditional, stereotypical
Oh, for sure.
masculinity in himself, but he's also my soft fuzzy bear, and he does have feelings, and he wears them on his sleeve,
He
and he's
does,
just
he
the
does.
sweetest
He's great that
man.
way.
but it's uncomfortable for men like that to be vulnerable openly, and I
I
think
also think I've noticed a trend with like men that do get sober. They don't share as much. They're not as
yeah,
loud about it until like it's like really far gone or like, or like they had some like major rehab situation happen. Like
mhm,
I think with men when they just make a decision to stop drinking and just do it, they don't really talk about it. But it's always the men that went through AA or did these really deep, self searching, rock bottom moments that are the ones that are vocal about it.
yeah,
And almost sometimes to a preachy extent. But I don't think the men that are just out there like Alex was like, I'm not gonna drink anymore, you
yeah,
know? But also Alex doesn't talk about it. Like he doesn't post about it. He doesn't really post anything, honestly.
yeah,
But maybe if somebody like Alex or Alex himself were more sharing his milestones on Facebook, that would be a way of other people like him connecting to that to
yeah,
create community in that way. I think
mhm,
recovering out loud is really important because it creates a ripple effect out to people around you and it helps people without knowing that it's helping them. So more of how do you get the average Joe to talk about it
yeah.
openly to inspire?
So that's an interesting point. This was also something that I thought about recently, just in relation to you and I, on how we're on different ends of the sober spectrum. You are very loud in your recovery. It is very much part of who you are and your personality and what you do. It's not so much with me. So I went through this thought process recently where maybe I should be a little bit louder with my sobriety because maybe somebody out there that's like me would like to see that. But then reeled it back in because if somebody's like me, they don't need to see that. I don't need to see all of the Instagram posts and the preaching and the loud recovery just because I don't need that personally to stay
Right.
sober. I never really did.
I think
So then
you're
I
an
was like, well, I
anomaly in
don't
that way, though.
huh?
I think that you're like the only person I've ever met that doesn't need that stuff when they get sober.
Interesting.
Out of all of the people I know, not that they're loud about it, but they
Yeah,
need those resources and they
right.
identify with those resources. One of the things in my coaching, with the people that I've helped without officially doing it, the first thing I tell people is to start following all of the pages
Yeah,
and to make sure that that stuff is popping up in your feed so it stays fresh in your mind on a daily basis.
right.
And read the Quit Lit. Get as educated about it as you can and talk about it so that it helps other people, you
Sorry, one
know?
second.
It's
Quit
okay.
lit, is that quit literature?
Yeah, that's what it's called. So it's called
Oh,
forever.
that's nice. I've never heard that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
See? So yeah, and it's just like if I want to be loud because maybe somebody out there is similar to me where they don't need that. But I also like seeing in the feed, you don't have to be an alcoholic to quit drinking. You can
Right.
just outgrow it. You can just
Right.
be over it
You don't
and
need a reason, period.
yeah, you can
You
just
don't need
quit.
any reason. You can just stop. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to be a rock bottom moment. It
right.
doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I wanted to kill myself like it was with me. And that wasn't even extreme. Like I wasn't physically dependent on alcohol by any means. I only drank when I was being social.
Yeah,
It's just that it made me depressed when I drank it. It was
right.
poison. It is poison. It's
It's
poison in my body. It's
poison.
poison in my brain. It really had a bad effect on my brain. So,
Yeah,
but like I prior to all of that, I tried quitting so many times because there was just something about it deep down. I knew like I was meant for way more than that life that I was giving myself. So
yeah,
there can be any number of reasons why you want to quit drinking. And I just think the more it's put in front of you, the more it plants a seed and you think about it a little bit more.
for sure.
Just
But
like
I
we
also
alcohol is put in front of us all the fucking time. It's on a billboard, it's everywhere you
constantly.
go. It's on buses when you pass them. It's literally a liquor shop on every corner. It's fucking everywhere. So why can't sobriety be everywhere?
Why can't it be everywhere?
Why people talk about drinking nonstop. They talk about all their nights out and all of their crazy stories and there's memes and blah 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 and it's all about that and it's everywhere and there's just not enough stuff about sobriety. So that's where I come from with wanting to be allowed about it and wanting to share as much as possible because just personally having helped people and still sharing information with people that they had no idea about. Is like, yeah, oh, I never thought about that, or yeah, I never thought of it that way.
Right.
But
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll start being a little bit louder because maybe there's some people out
if
there
you want to,
who resonate a little bit. Well, I want to be purposeful, you know. I
right.
intend to be more my intentions for 2026 is my word is like organization. Cuz last year in 2025 it was just do it, just do the damn thing, get it done. Now it's like,
Hmm.
okay, I can do it, but I've prepared myself to do it, so I'm not fighting my brain to do the damn thing. I've prepared myself ahead of time to do the damn
Right.
thing.
That's hard.
But I was just reminded I had a brief email back and forth with one of the bands that we're having out at Driftless Music Gardens, and um the guy the guy was concerned with the day that we were going to be announcing the lineup because of all of the hungover people. We announced it on the 1st of January. So that lineup is out when you're listening to this. But the guy was like, "Guys, are you sure this is a good idea? Like on the 1st, there's going to be a bunch of hungover people." And I didn't reply to this, but in my head, I'm like, I don't cater to hungover people. I don't plan my day and my posts around hungover people. Also, guaranteed there's more people not hungover on January 1st than there are hungover people just because children aren't hungover. And they so I guess if you're gonna
We
use just the drinking age of people, I still don't think there's more hungover people on
The
January 1st
reason
than
people
not.
have New Year's Day off is because it's a drinking holiday. It gives people hangover
Well, it's a federal
recovery.
holiday.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's dumb.
yeah,
But, like, that's why most jobs give people off because it's a party night before, not just
right.
because it's a federal holiday. But why did it become a federal holiday in the first place? What's significant about the first day of the year that it needs to be a federal holiday? It's because
Hmm,
people are up drinking until the fucking wee hours of the night.
yeah.
It's televised on TV, like New York City. They're all drinking and it's just, yeah, it just, bleh. No, the world doesn't
So,
revolve around you.
no, the world does not
Hangover
revolve around
people.
your hangover. So,
No,
take a liquid IV and post about the lineup.
or just don't drink. Try it. It's
Just
not going to hurt
try it.
you.
Just one time, try it,
Just try
please.
it. You're not going to die.
Great. So, those are my rants
Yeah.
about liver and toxic masculinity and alcoholism.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a rant. We talked about this a little bit before we hit record, and I don't know the like super specifics, so I don't want to misspeak on this, but
Oh, yeah.
a rehab center in Madison, Tellurian is closing down. The state or the county is closing it, which is really, really detrimental and terrible for our city. It's a facility that helps with detox. It's a facility that helps with mental health and behavioral issues. It's a center that helps people that are trying to get sober, and it's a rehab, like I said, a rehab center,
Mhm,
but it's one of the only ones, or the only one, I think. Maybe, I don't know if it's Madison or Wisconsin. I think Madison, or it's the only one in this area that actually takes badger care. So it is accessible, and it's been really, really huge for our community in so many ways. So now that this option is going to be taken away and shut down by our shitty county. Now, this means, if you don't think this affects you because you're never going to have to go to rehab, if you have to go to the emergency room, now you're going to be put in line behind people that are detoxing, that are there for overdoses, that are there for any kind of drug or mental health related issues.
mhm.
Now, that's going to be bogging down our emergency rooms here in Madison. So, thank our county for that really cool decision that was made. It's just awful and miserable and infuriating in so many different ways. People are going to get thrown in jail more. They're not going to get reformed. They're not going to get recover. It's an absolute mess, and it's really disappointing that this decision was made. So
I
that's
hate
my
that.
rant.
I hate that a lot.
Yeah. Hmm.
Is there a place in Middleton? I might be confusing Middleton with Menominee up in northern Wisconsin where I grew up. There was a rehab center like that called Harbor House?
That sounds familiar. But it's not the same. I know that this
Yeah,
specific facility offers things that, like, again, it takes Badger Care, so it takes
right. Which is
accessible
important.
insurance. It's extremely important because most people cannot afford to go to rehab. In fact,
Yeah.
that's the reason a lot of people don't go to rehab is because it's too expensive for them or their families. So it will increase deaths and overdoses and all kinds of issues, and we're gonna have more people, unfortunately, that are, experiencing mental health crises running around our streets, that had a place to go and maybe get help that now don't. Yeah, it's really a big mess. It's a really disappointing thing that happened today. It's heartbreaking, truly.
It's so easy to do better. It would be so easy to do better. But a thing that I've said a lot this year, last year in 2025 was, you know what? That's too logical. That makes too much sense. It'll never happen.
Right. Right. I say that at my old job a lot. I'd be like, "Oh, there's logic here. That means that we're definitely not going to do it.
No,
It's just too easy.
way too easy. It
Heaven
makes way too much
forbid."
sense.
Everybody's always got to like make things so complicated when it really really doesn't need to
It
be.
can be so easy.
It can be.
Yeah.
So
Um,
easy.
did we, just because we were talking about rehab, did we talk about my sister's birthday? Her
Yeah, I
one
think so.
year? Did
Yeah.
I talk about what the rabbi said in the sermon?
Do we want to?
I don't know, it just really stuck with me. Yeah, we do. He talked
Okay.
about, your limp. Everybody has a limp, whether it's addiction or trauma or actual physical pain or fear or anxiety. We all are walking around. Every single human on this planet is walking with a metaphorical limp. If you aren't walking with your limp, if you're not leaning into it, you're lying to yourself. You're harming yourself. You're harming the people that are around you and that care about you. If you walk with your limp, that shows strength and resilience and growth and the fact that you can overcome what your limp is. And that just really resonated with me. I tell my clients about it every time I've got someone in my chair at the hair salon. So I've just been shouting it
Just
from the
owning your shit.
rooftops. Walk with your limp. It's okay.
Own
We all
own
have
your
one.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah. That's another
Loved it.
that's really good. It's a good way
Yeah.
of putting it. I wasn't
Right?
sure what you were gonna say given where it was coming from. So, like,
That's
did you drink
fair,
the
but yeah, I
Kool-Aid too?
attended the facility that Jory is at in LA is called Beit Shuva, and it's a Jewish rehab facility in LA, and they broadcast their Friday night Shabbat every Friday live on their YouTube channel. And her soberversary landed on Friday, so they did the Shabbat, so I attended Shabbat, and that was cool.
Did you have
And
to
then
pay?
all of her friends and fellow residents went up to the podium and said really nice things about her. There were a handful of people who were new to the facility and like looked up to her and said she was a mentor for I know, Carrin, I know. I'm sure Jory is just as shocked as as we are to hear that, but it was really nice to be able to see like, see, this is possible. You can go from an extremely triggering and traumatic lifestyle to being somebody's mentor. That
Yeah. No, for
transformation
sure.
is massive, and I'm super proud of her. Go, JoJo.
Yeah. That is amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if it sticks.
Stick.
I still need a little convincing, but that's because of my own stuff with her.
That's fair.
But I'm always rooting for the best for her. I want to see
Yeah.
nothing but the best. And there is in her, which I've seen, and the thing that drew me to her as a friend in the first place is she does have a large heart of gold. She
Yeah.
has good intentions and she loves people furiously.
Hmm.
So I've seen it, and that's the part of her that I want to see more come from her, not the dark parts
Yeah.
that I've unfortunately had to see too. So you know, miracles can happen
They sure
every
can.
day. They sure can.
And miracles can happen if you switch to NA beverages like
Oh
this
my
one here, can you see it with the glare of the light? This is
Yeah, sure.
Curious Elixirs number 2. It is the spicy, stormy pineapple margarita.
You need
And
it on iced.
I have it on ice.
Okay,
Right
good.
here.
Yeah, I thought it was just the bottle. I was like, what is going on? Is it delicious?
Ooh. Mhm.
That's good.
It's it is spicy. It's like I taste ginger, a lot of ginger,
I love ginger.
and I get a little bit of the pineapple, but it's got see, I was talking to a client today about mocktails these days and how we're sick of fruit juice and seltzer. I need something that
Functional
hits the
beverages.
palate. Yeah, I need something that like excites my palate and isn't just a bland or over sugared fruit juice. So having a lot of ginger beer lately, I did a ginger beer and apple cider with lime juice as a mocktail at Christmas Eve with my
That sounds
family.
delicious.
It was awesome, and I drank it all
Does
night.
ginger beer have sugar?
You can get sugar-free ginger beer.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
It's
Yeah, I love
really
that.
spicy, very spicy,
And I
but
love
it's so
that though.
good.
I love ginger. That would
Yeah.
be see that's just like anything that's functional or has like any kind of health benefit. That's
Mhm.
like the only thing I want to be drinking. I
Yeah.
don't need to have any sort. I do that with my coffee. Like that's
Right.
coffee and lattes and stuff. That's where I'm going to get my sugar in if it's a drink. But I like the opposite of okay, I used to drink poison for fun and now I want to drink health stuff for fun, you know. Give me all the juices and smoothies. Just don't give
Yeah.
me juice in a bar. I
Right.
don't want that.
We don't need
I don't
that.
drink orange juice while I'm watching a band ever. Not
Weird.
even
It
with
always
vodka
leaves a
in it.
bad taste in my mouth too, orange
Gives
juice.
me gut rot. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I'll consume my oranges by biting into them. Thank you very much.
By just eating an orange. It's you know, you get
Yeah,
all of the benefits of orange from just eating an orange. You don't have to just have the juice.
turns out it's that logic thing again. It's really
You know
easy. Why do
what?
we complicate it by juicing it?
Too
Can just
goddamn logical. Just eat a fucking
truly
orange. Eat your fruits and
eat a fucking
vegetables
orange.
if you haven't yet this year. Have a salad if you haven't yet this year. I promise you won't be
God, we're
mad that you
bossy
ate a
on this
salad.
episode.
Huh?
We're bossy and we're just telling people how to live their lives.
Well,
You're
new year,
welcome.
new boss bitches.
We're doing it better anyway. I mean, I'm not supposed to say that.
I'm not supposed to say that. All right. New year, new episode. We're done
New
ranting at
liver.
you. Keep
Yeah, we're
doing
done.
keep doing it. Keep trying. Keep pushing yourself. If it's not hard,
Keep
you're not doing it right.
moving. Keep keeping on. Keep. Sorry. I had a moment there.
We'll use that PBB song in next season's intro and outro music.
There you go.
No, I really
That's a good
like our intro
idea.
and
Look at what we
outro.
just did. All right, y'all. Thanks
Okay,
for letting us yap at you.
keep on trucking. We love
That's
you
it.
all. Thanks for
That's all I
listening.
got. All right,
Mwah.
bye.
Bye.
Hopes and Dreams podcast is recorded, edited, and produced by Carrin and Kylei Parsons. Music provided by the People Brothers Band. Donate to Hopes and Dreams at www.buymeacoffee.com/Hopes and Dreams podcast.